Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you're listening to this is a destiny reading. And this is so important because it helps you understand who you are, your personality, who you should love, why you love the way you do, different things like that. Everybody gets a destiny card the day they are born. You are born in your Mercury period, and it breaks it all the way down. It helps you really, really understand your life, and that's why I do this with all of my clients first before I go into just regular or other readings. So your birth card is a Jack of Clubs, okay? And so a Jack of Clubs, first of all, the club suit is really mental, and that's the type of person that you are. You use a lot of your ability. And guess what? The Jack of Clubs means the mentally creative, right? So a creative, dishonest, or a mixture of both, okay? As we can imagine, those who are the most creative can also be the most dishonest and vice versa. And that's just because it's like, okay, you're so creative in your mind, you're easy to come up with a story, you know what I'm saying, quickly. The Jack of Clubs is a card of mental and financial creativity. Beautiful. So you are energetic and productive. Your brilliant mind is so far ahead of the common person and society. Okay, that's why you always thinking. That's why you always on top of your game. And that doesn't matter if you like a male or a female. In this point, you're progressive and on the cutting edge of the evolution of society in the world. Now, one of the most finest in the deck can always make a good living, right? Being a Jack of Club, you're going to make a good living. You usually get involved in something entrepreneurial, okay? And your work allows you some creative expression, and so you can find a groove and really enjoy it and make a great deal of money at the same time. You are mentally brilliant, but sometimes you're fixed and you're prone to arguments, and that's because of your Two of Clubs and Mars. They usually cannot see that it is their own love of debate that is the cause of many of their disagreements with others. So that's, why you have disagreements. So you will debate when you can, and you always enjoy the mental exercise. Your own fixed mind sometimes get in the way of you seeing the truth. And the fixed minds is like, this is what you believe and this is what's going to happen. And I feel like you being in the military was good, well, it complemented your fixed mind. But it also gives you the capacity to finish what you start and to stand up for what you believe in. Very good. As a member of the royal family, anybody that's a king, queen, I'm a queen of diamond. Anybody that's a king, queen, diamond, Jack, it doesn't matter the suit. You're a part of the royal family. You dislike pettiness and tend to be somewhat impatient with failings of others. So, you can think about that. You are directly to the point. You get it done. You need respect and a position that always have, because of your brilliant mind, and you're free to reign and create and explore, right? Your free reign. Reign as an REIGAN. You at that high plane. You are never at a loss for ideas, some of which will bring you huge financial returns. You got a lot of ideas in you, and you need to write them down, and you need to start working on them one at a time. On the negative side, the Jack of Clubs can be irresponsible and in some cases dishonest, okay? And sometimes I think that is not like you just walk around being a liar or anything like that, but I think sometimes you may not fully express yourself to hide the feelings that you really are going through, to keep other people at peace and at bay. You also kind of be dishonest with yourself sometimes, like you don't, your like situations that you in, you tell yourself one thing when you're feeling something else. You can see things from so many levels that nothing is really right or wrong. It's just another way of looking at things. You can make up a story so quickly, so believable that you can explain your way out of practically anything. You don't get away with much in that regard, though, because Saturn's hands always reminds you of your boundaries that keep you balanced and fair. Now, Saturn is a great teacher, so where you fall in Saturn is very hard. The trouble comes when you start believing your own stories, departing from reality a little too far and creating a lot of hardship before getting back on course. You are essentially good and a giving person. Even though you are argumentative at times, you are loving and friendly to all that you meet. And that's definitely true. So now the Jack of Clubs issues concerning relationships. Now, you ready for this? Such a strong and fixed mental approach to life can have its share of challenges for the Jack of Clubs. Mental approaches don't always work in the realms of love, okay? However, these people do not have particularly bad karma in this area. You need someone who is there, your friend first, and who will allow you some freedom to be yourself. If you have this, you are faithful and devoted, okay? You often have to contend with the ill health of a loved one, mate, or family member. So that means, something from past life have you where you're helping these people. Your own health problems will become a prominent theme in your relationships. In most cases, your health issues are related to some emotional cause, okay, whether it be family or lover related. And that's why, I know you probably had a direct question, and I believe that your question needed more than just a yes or no answer, or it needed some guidance. And I really believe that this is going to give you some more understanding on whatever decision that you make. This reading will give you some understanding about why you was even feeling this way, why you even had this question. And because I don't even know the question yet, but I still feel like I can see you and sense you saying, oh, now I get it. Now I understand. This is what I need to do. And that's why, to me, it's so very important, because these are things that's already written. This book that I use to guide me, it's written, the one that I'm going to go to, from 0 to 99. So this is a life path that you're on. And some of the decisions that you're making is going to send you the opposite way, to a high road or to a low road. So you definitely got to get into your spiritual self and stay there to get to the high road. Now, female Jack of Clubs have karmic bonds with all diamond males. So we got to figure out what your husband is. Though some are easier than others, you could have it easier with a male of the club suit, okay? All right? So that's what we need to find out also, what suit, because it could be some karmic debt that you are paying to your honey bunch, okay? All right. So your yearly card, and that's not like the year. This card is not for the whole 2023. This goes up until your birthday, which is June 19th, okay? So what you really want to do here is do a reflection. Think about, the part you're going to reflect on is from your birthday. Okay, so starting your birthday up until now, that's where you will do this reflection. And then this is May, so now you got a whole nother month, you know what I'm saying, to see this play out. So the Ace of Spades is your yearly card. This is likely to be a year of great change for you. You will likely go through a large-scale transformation as this year progresses, and this change could affect many important areas of your life. There's a fundamental change due for you at this time. This could be about your attitudes or relationships, but it's likely to be deeper than that. This change is more likely to pertain to how you live your life, your approach to work and health, and how you maintain your sense of liveliness and vitality. During this change and new beginning, you may get a first-hand experience of the intimate relationship of death and rebirth, honey. Death and rebirth. It is even likely to be someone that is close enough to you to put you in touch with your own morality. Your job may also undergo a radical change this year. You may enter a totally new line of work, ending a chapter of your life in the old line. This change may not be comfortable, but the end result will be a more alive and vital you. On a mundane level, the Ace of Spades means desire for work. Thus, you may have an overwhelming desire to work and initiate a new profession. It is also possible that involvement in secret work or work that uncovers your own secrets may take on a major role this year. The Ace of Spades is the card that represents the science of the life cards, the Order of the Magi, right? And other secret organizations that help man to understand the deeper mysteries of life. So you might find yourself involved in one of these this year as well. So the key words is I am surrendered by death and transformation this year. I am exploring the deeper mysteries of life. And basically, so let me give you some more information about the Ace of Spades. It means a secret of some kind. This card was the emblem for many of the secret societies of old, being the key to the mysteries. As such, it represents the truth that lies behind the veil of illusion. So it has often been the symbol for the study and pursuit of esoteric knowledge and mystical wisdoms. The Ace of Spades is also one of the traditional cards for death, change, and transformation. With this mystical card in your spread, it is certain that you will go through some sort of death and rebirth, or at least some important and powerful changes. Another facet of the Ace of Spades is the desire for work, since all aces represent new beginnings, and the Ace of Spades can come up when you are preparing to launch a new job or occupation. So start back from June. Think about how you were feeling, what was going on, what happened, what's happening. And remember, you can also be feeling this way now because it has not, your year is not over yet. So you are in your Neptune 52-day period of the year. And every 52 days you get a different card. This started for you at April 27th, and it's going to go into your birthday, June 19th. And you are right now in the Ten of Hearts. Now, let me tell you this. While I was setting up to go to your next card, I heard Unbreak My Heart. Say you love me again. Unbreak my heart. Say you love me again. Undo this pain you caused when you walked out the door and walked out of my life. So I knew that was going to be, it's something going on with your heart chakra. So I knew that was going to be a heart card. I did not know what card was coming up next, but that's what I started to feel you, because what I was saying is I noticed my voice is so calm. I noticed that I'm really talking in a matter of fact point of view. I'm feeling how you feel right now. You got questions. You want to know what's going on. You're ready to move on and get things done in your life, and you're just trying to feel and trying to see what is the best way. So this period may begin success on a journey or from things connected to foreign places. If you are traveling, you may make many new friends and possibly business contacts during this trip. This is a strong indicator of success for actors, actresses, and other performers of the arts. You could also experience healing in the area of friendship and relationship with the public as a result of spiritual revelation. So I know that's what's going on. You're having a lot of spiritual things that's going on right now, and you just don't get it. You don't get what's going on. So those are the questions that you have. But the Ten of Hearts literally means 10 hearts. Hearts represent people. So this card speaks about activities involving large numbers of people that you have a love connection with. It is sort of like the 10 of clubs, but it would deal more with family, circle of friends, or with an audience of musicians, artists, and other performers. In its highest manifestation, the 10 of Hearts brings much success with the public and groups of people. To get the most out of this card, plan your advertising, you hear this, and promotional campaign when it is present. At the very least, this card represents a social occasion, such as a party where you are well received and have a wonderful time. It can also represent a marriage or other large family gatherings, okay? So you need to see what's coming up. You need to write some notes right now. See what's coming up. What are you feeling right now? Because this is really pulling on your heart chakra. Something is really, really pulling on it. And you just And because something has really been pulling on your heart chakra, you're letting that get in the way of your true creative side. It's like it's kind of shutting your creativity down, where you are second guessing things that's coming to your mind. You have like a lot of ideas, you got a lot of things that's coming to your mind, and then you're not following through on them because you are having you're daydreaming more and being pulled more towards that heart chakra. Okay, so yesterday was your Neptune day. This is and the Neptune day. So yesterday you should have gone to a movie, read a good book. It's good to have your creative imaginative work, and escape from the norm, meditation and things like that. So that's what you should have done yesterday, which was a Queen of Club day. And basically, the Queen of Clubs is a card of great intuition, good organizational ability, and the desire to serve and nurture others with some form of knowledge or information. Like the Kings of Clubs, she has much authority and power. However, her power comes from the receptive side of her nature. She knows things before they happen and operates on a high mental vibration. She can be high-strung and impatient. When you get this card in your reading, it can bring success in any of the communication fields. It can help make you more receptive to your intuition and make you feel like serving others more. It is a successful card, much like the 8 or 10 of clubs, but also present is a nurturing quality of the mother. And the reason why I went on and gave you that card is because I knew it was important. Now, today is your Mercury day. This is the day of the week that you were born, and we usually have, a lot of communications on this day. And right now, so today you are a Jack of Heart, and that's why I'm feeling all those hearts. You know what I'm saying? That heart chakra is really, really pulling. And the Jack of Hearts is known as the Christ card. You get that? Or the card of spiritual sacrifice. Whenever it is present, you will feel and you will be encouraged to elevate your thinking, speaking, and acting to a higher level. You may also decide to make some sort of personal sacrifice when this influence is present. This will likely be for the sake of someone. Remember, I told you this earlier. I didn't know you had this card for today. I just checked it because I'm like, that was her card from yesterday. So the sake of someone younger than yourself, though it can take other forms. The period position will delineate the exact nature of the sacrifice you feel impelled to make. In any case, this card does bring a strong dose of higher spiritual love into your life and will encourage you to do things from a higher motive than usual. So basically, you have to tap all the questions that you have will be answered when you tap into your highest self. That's just it. That's just what it is. When you tap into your highest self, you are going to be able to flow. You get that? You are going to be able to flow it. And so now, I know that on the 19th, you definitely need to do a new reading because that starts you a whole new year. And but you still need to find out. You got enough time to find out what is in your other yearly cards. You have 4 yearly cards, additional yearly cards in this other yearly card. So you have enough time. Right now, I'm running a special where if you pay for 2 readings, you get your third one free. So if you say, well, you know what, Mecca, go ahead and give me the other 4 cards. I do that. Then you won't have to, you will already have your birthday one paid for. You see what I'm saying? If you want to do that, because I think that this is going to really help you. And I really feel like you need to, whatever was in your year, this year, you need to get it. You need to understand it. You need to know it so it can help you to guide you, because this is your year of spiritual awakening where it's going to propel you and push you deeper to be your highest self next year. You see what I'm saying? So it's up to you. I love you. You still can ask me questions. And I'm going to try to get this to you. I go on a huge break from 12:05 to 1:13, and then I'm off at 2 o'clock if you need to call me back. Love you. So this is my spiritual self. I don't know if you ever saw this picture of me. I'm still in a group called Melanated Mystic. Somebody had posted this card, the one over to the left. And when I saw that lady, I was like, oh my God, that looks just like me. So I contacted the illustrator and I was like, how did you draw me? What made you draw me? She was like, oh, I don't draw people. I have a book of eyes, eyebrows, noses, mouth, hair, legs, arms. And then from the references that I get from the person and then and my tarot cards, I put that person together. So I covered up the hoodoo part in those bones, and I sent the picture to my daughter first. And I said, hey, did this lady paint my picture well? She said, yeah, but why do you have your mouth covered up? My twin boys said the same thing. The husband I had at the same time, my mama. And so I was like, hey, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. So when I shared that with the illustrator, she actually sent me that deck. And so to me, everything was aligning because I heard, like, if you're really supposed to be in this field, you will get your first deck gifted to you. So, that's why. And so I do have that deck as well. But like I said, I don't give people readings until they get their destiny read, because I feel like you need to know what's going on in your life and why before you just start asking random questions. Because even if I answer the question or tell you what intuitively I feel, you still you got to go you got to go to your deepest spiritual self, really highest spiritual self, for you really to get all the benefits that you have for your creativity and stuff like that. Because you can say, screw this, I don't want to do this. Or you can have these ideas planned in your mind and then don't write them down and then don't act on them. And that's sending you off to a different path. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it's important for me to do it this way. And the reason why I do it like this is because, well, that's the bell. But the reason why I do it this way is because I pick up on so much, just like I could pick up on how you feel right now. I pick up on so many spirits and stuff like that. I have to be by myself first, and then we discuss it, and it really plays out.